Remember this during a critical time of the last presidential race.
The word's out that he hasn't paid any taxes for 10 years.
Well, Senator Harry Reid getting another chance to come clean over the accusations he played very dirty politics on the Senate floor.
I have no repentance because it was an issue that was important.
It's clear that there was no evidence.
Listen, there's an easy way to resolve this. Let him give us his tax returns.
So no apologies to Mitt Romney?
Oh, none whatsoever. Zero. None.
No apologies. Sabrina, is this just proof we should get rid of immunity that lets politicians lie like this?
Yeah, of course. I mean, we already treat these lawmakers like they're kings. That's a terrible thing. Look, what we really need is just sort of some sense of morality. The fact, you know, I don't think there's ever been a golden era of civility in Washington politics, but in the early republic, the lawmakers did sort of follow an unspoken rule book of how to behave, and slander was really looked down upon. So I think that we really need to sort of go back to our own moral compasses and ask ourselves if this is appropriate.
Rich, should we get rid of this immunity once and for all?
Hey, look, let the mud fly. You know, I kind of agree with H.L. Mencken that I'm paying a lot of taxes. I should at least get some entertainment value from it. But look, it would be just completely impractical because there are two standards for libel. If you're a private citizen, the bar is pretty low. If you're a public figure, all politicians are. It's almost impossible to prove.
But, Steve, there is a consensus in the country now that politicians should have the same restrictions that we do, that normal people do. They shouldn't think they're privileged in any way. This gives them that sense of privilege, doesn't it?
Well, again, in terms of what's been pointed out about libel law, very, very hard to do in this country. And if you're in politics and you start saying, oh, I've been slandered, you have the danger of coming across as a crybaby. There are other ways to deal with this. This is a gold mine for Republicans to make the case the 2012 election was largely illegitimate. Harry Reid lying on the Senate floor, IRS suppressing conservative activist groups and things like that. So they should also get after Harry Reid. They have the power of censure him for bringing ill repute on the Senate for blatantly lying like that. They did it to Joe McCarthy. Do it to Harry Reid.
And Bruce, actually, Romney could have sued Harry Reid in a civil court. He couldn't have in a criminal court because of their immunity, but he could have in a civil court, although that timed out after a year.
Well, I think I agree with Rich. I mean, some of these guys like Reid are going to be missed because they give us such good material. But I will say, you know, it does add to the fact that it makes people more cynical because they hear these things, and I don't know that people believed that back then because Harry Reid also said at the time that he was Romney was a bad Mormon, and Romney. I'd like to see these guys sue each other over that.
Quickly, Mike, are we going to miss these? Are we going to miss Harry Reid?
They need to stop crying over spilt milk, the Republicans. It's their own fault that they lost the presidential election. We need better candidates. We need to change those power brokers that pick these candidates.
Some tough love from Mike Ozanian. Coming up, a sign that the times are still tough. Nearly 7 in 10 consumers say they rely on coupons. We'll now get the names that will let you say goodbye to coupon clipping forever.